The Formula One schedule has been jam-packed since the August break, and Aston Martin Red Bull Racing, along with the rest of the grid, have just completed a Singapore sling and a double-header that sent them to Russia and back to Asia for the Japanese Grand Prix. No complaints from the drivers though, as with just 4 rounds remaining, they set off to the Americas for back-to-back events in Austin, Texas and Mexico City.
I love that part of the season. You can kind of see the finish line, but also Austin and Mexico is such fun weekends. You know, both circuits are pretty fun, but I think just more the atmosphere and the events around those weekends. Cool parts of the world, really. Good food, really good people, really good energy and atmosphere, and it's hard not to enjoy those two.
Steak. Love steak. In especially Austin, the food is amazing, and also the fans, you know, they're very passionate about the sport. It's getting bigger and bigger. The track itself it's quite a new track, but the layout is also very cool. So I'm always very happy to go back there.
Ricciardo especially is a big fan of America, and this summer made an epic road trip taking an F1 car to some of the classic destinations in the US of A.
The Americans definitely get more of an understanding of F1, and I think they recognize what F1 is and what it's about. And you know, walking through the city and town, you know, they're recognizing drivers, so that's cool. And there's obviously talks about another race in America. I think there can be more than one. You know, Austin is fairly central in there, and then you've got, I think we're going to go east with Miami, and I guess we got room to go west. So yeah, I see still some more room.
This will be the 7th consecutive year that Austin's Circuit of the Americas has hosted the US Grand Prix, and it's been a big success. After the demise of the race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, this track was specifically designed with F1 in mind, with 20 turns over its 5.5 kilometers and a good variety of challenges for the drivers. Ricciardo has twice finished on the podium.
I love the fact that it's a modern circuit, which I won't lie, they don't always excite me, modern circuits, but I think Austin's done as well as they can with a modern circuit. You know, they've created, like turn 1, it's uphill, it's blind, but it's got this massively wide apex. So you can, there's different line choices. Circuit racing a lot of the time is one line, and Austin there's multiple corners which you can apex. So it's not only on one lap makes it interesting, but for overtaking. So I think that's really cool.
The teams then fly south to Mexico City, home of the Hermanos Rodríguez circuit, which first hosted a Grand Prix back in 1983, but was reconfigured and upgraded for its return to the calendar 2 years ago. It features 17 turns, is shorter than Austin at just 4.3 kilometers, but does feature one of F1's longest straights. With Verstappen winning the race last year and Ricciardo scoring a podium in 2016, Mexico should be a good track for the team.
Mexico, I mean, it's simply a massively long straight, you know, and with the altitude you can get really big slipstream, and for overtaking that can be exciting. And the run to turn 1 on lap 1 is always cool.
Mexico, for me last year was a very special weekend, so I just hope that our car will be very competitive again there. And yeah, so hopefully then we can also do a good job.